And alongside Charles Davis, and yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues, so how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game, because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Here comes the Chiefs offense, and they'll officially be in transition mode at the QB position, Charles, come 2018. Alex Smith traded to Washington on January 30th. That opens the door for Patrick Mahomes.
It certainly does, and you know the Chiefs wouldn't have made this move if they weren't extremely high on Patrick Mahomes. They think he's way ahead of schedule, wanting to make sure he had a place to play and a slot to fill. If you're a wide receiver in Kansas City, make sure you stretch and run a lot in the offseason, because Patrick Mahomes, he can push the ball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
And what a bounce back from the knee injury he suffered in the 2015 season. Not the most nimble, most mobile quarterback, but he never was. He's really a throwback to those quarterbacks who played out of the pocket in the days gone by.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Flacco here on second down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Flacco. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And taken right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle side.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It was hard to believe because we watched it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0, winning by almost an average of 12 points per game that propelled them to the AFC West title.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Mahomes to throw on second down. He's got the hook up with Conley. this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
That's right.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
When the Baltimore Ravens talk about stopping the run, they talk about using Brandon Williams, their nose tackle, as the key guy to stop other people's ability to run the football. They just re-signed him to a new contract, making him one of the highest-paid nose tackles in the NFL.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they'll put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Mahomes is going to run the option left, and he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds right around the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely, give these guys something to cheer about. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A good pickup screen pass gets him 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Now with signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This is taken at his 4. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds finally, but they're already on the edge of the red zone as he returns this to the 20. And never mind, Larry, these two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second down, Flacco now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz pass.
That had of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right scheme. He doesn't get hit. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They go on first and 10 with Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston able to get him for a loss of about 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Fake to Allen. Here's Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and goal, Collins looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal, Flacco. Flushed out, now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
All I know, with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Let's go! 3-19!
This is Hunt. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Conley's got it over the middle. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So make it 3 field goals for him now, and this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away in some of these drives.
And he'll get across the... He's brought down at about the 20. And now here come the Ravens. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators, I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5. Pretty good about that one.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that in this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to almost like body blow, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
For a gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So they were rallying to the football pretty quick.
Here's Flacco. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open.
We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens in control of the. They've also got the lead. We get set for the fourth. Flacco on third. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the rear will go 1 yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially when you need here in the fourth quarter. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super.
Got to be careful. Sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often. That can be the make or break difference on a play. Ready in order to make the play happen, got caught for the penalty.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Holmes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Time running out here on the play. On second down, Collins. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense. Even though the Charles back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
That one good for 3rd down. There you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eye in the field and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the word out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has stopped here if they have any hope in this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage there. It's just across midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Again, it's Collins. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another the action. A timeout here defensively. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Try and run forward with Collins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling this out here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. He went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on 4th. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight. We'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch.
It was, and think about games played in the snow. Of some really kicks in. You don't know if someone's going to play just out of nowhere, sorts of things. But we were comfortable up here. It's comfortable. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So us for Charlie Davis and all our crew, and gone. You've been watching NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long.